Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a video on how to get out of writer's block. I think many of us authors, at least, we go through something called writer's block, and it's terrible. It puts you out of being productive for weeks on end sometimes. So I thought I would sit down and kind of tell you guys about how I push myself through writer's block and how I get out of it, and in hopes that it would help one of you guys. So I'm going to be using a couple quotes from my favorite, self-help authors, I guess. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing I would say when you have writer's block is, number one, to take a little bit of a break. But at the end of the day, we have contracts, we have deadlines. We can't just say, oh, I don't feel like writing today. This is our job. This is how we put food on the table. And so with that, you can't really have the luxury of having writer's block. So here's how I kind of get out of it. There are oftentimes days I don't want to write, or I don't want to revise, or I don't want to do what I am supposed to be doing that day regarding my novel. And the first thing I would say is to write. Even if you don't feel like it, the hardest part is starting. And that could not be truer, because once I start writing, it's hell. Every word will kind of just be a challenge. And I'm not motivated. I just can't wait to get done. I'm thinking about all the things that I want to do. And I don't really want to be sitting at my desk and writing. And I keep myself there. I say, okay, you have to get to X, Y, and Z place before we can get up. So set goals for yourself, especially with the outlining. Once you have an outline, and if you have it already written, it's pretty easy to hit a goal. So that takes away, having an outline takes away a little bit of the friction. But set yourself a goal. Say, I want to hit 200 words. I want to hit 500 words. And you don't have to hit that all in one sitting. You can say, okay, I'm going to write 300 before breakfast and the rest after. Hey, I have some groceries to buy today or some errands to run, but I want to hit about 150 words, and then I'll feel productive. I'll head on out, I'll come back in, and I'll write after lunch. Find what works for you. You don't have to do it all one way, and there's not just one way of doing something, if that makes sense. In the words of Robin Sharma, I'm actually going to read the quote off my laptop. It says, "What makes the most successful achievers so great isn't their inherent talent, but their levels of commitment, discipline, and perseverance." You have to be disciplined to sit at your desk every single day. This is a job. This is what you do. Even if you don't want to feel like it, how many times have you not wanted to go into any other place? Sometimes when you're writing, you don't have the luxury of just being a stay-at-home writer. I know I don't. I have another full-time job as well as this, I've made a few coins off of my book as of right now, but it's not enough to live off of, nor is it consistent. So I needed a consistent every bi-week getting a income. But there are days like when you go to your desk job, you don't want to be at your desk job, but you have to go. It's the same thing with writing. You don't want to go to, if you think of it as another part-time job. Say, okay, well, I have to work until 5, and then I have dinner, and then I have to go back to work, which is you coming into your office and you sitting down at your desk and you writing. Do you want to after you have a whole long day? No. But if you think about it, I've known a lot of people in my life who do that, who really, I used to be a teacher. My students would come in at 8:30, stay until 9 p.m. sometimes, and then go to another job. You guys, you can do it. And you don't have to do it every single day. Do it maybe for a week and then give yourself a week off and then do it another week. You don't have to always have to be on, or I obviously don't want you guys to burn out. Don't do that. But what I'm saying is you have to put the work in to get the benefits. You still have to write and you still have to do your job to get the benefits. So dream big, I say. So maybe you want to be a New York Times best-selling author. I know I do. So maybe what does that entail? Okay, well, I can't be a New York Times best-selling author if I am sitting on the couch all day and watching TV. I can't. Because what book is there to be selling? Well, it's all in my head. Okay, well, when are we going to sell it? When are we going to have it? When are we going to be able to give it to people? Oh, well, when the time is right. No. You got to start. You got to do it. There's never going to be a perfect time to do it. So start small. Start with 100 words a day. That sounds big. I know it's small. To tell you, 500 words is about half a page. 1,000 is about 1 page. So 100 would probably just be a paragraph. I can usually do 100 pretty quickly. And once I get started, it's harder for me to stop than to keep going. Like when I sit down, it's hell. And then I'm like, no, you gotta get to 100 words. You gotta get to 500. You gotta get to 1,000, whatever my goal is. You have to get to this scene, whatever that goal is. I sit down and I do it, and it's not fun, not fun, not fun. And then all of a sudden, after about 20 minutes, I'm in it. Like, I am in the world. I have a groove going. It's harder for me to stop because, like, I've been like, okay, well, I hit my goal. I don't really want to stop, though, because I have all these great ideas, and I'm on a roll, and if I stop now, next time I sit down, I might not have the ideas as clear as I do now. I won't have the motivation. I know that. I know that about myself. So I keep going. And again, just the hardest part is starting. I think that's what I'm just trying to say is just start, just begin, just write. Even if you get out a notebook and you write, like, about your day, just start writing. Write 3 pages. And you're going to realize, actually, after a certain point, it's actually easier to write than you expected. Okay, so I will go ahead and end the video there. I hope that this brought you value, and I hope this inspired you, and I hope to see you guys in my next video. And with that, I will go ahead and say goodbye, and I wish you all the best. Bye!